I'm Pokemon Nuzlocke. In today's video, I'll be taking you on a journey through Kanto, as Togepi tries to take on an Itemless Solo Run challenge of the entirety of the Indigo League. The Metronome-Palooza starts off very nicely here against Gary, with a wonderful kill on first attempt. And then that happens. So I head on up to Pewter City, take on that first gym battle. So on first attempt, I do get caught, unfortunately, in a bit of a bind, but that's to be expected. He's only level 14. So I try again at 16, and this time, get that critical hit Ice Beam. And Biggs Benedict, he's on fire, folks. So after heading through the Cave of Wonders, make it over to fight Misty. And of course, I pick up Mega Punch for the move tutor. Now this is super awesome, because it's a good stab move. Yes, it has decreased accuracy, but heck, it's better than Metronome, that's for sure. So I get some lucky RNG here, put the Starmie to sleep with some yawn action. Things are looking pretty promising. That is until I head up the bridge to fight Gary again. And of course, this brings me back to the wonderful rivalry between Gary's Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, whatever, and of course Benedict. And the Pidgeotto loves to throw sand, and this pisses Benedict off. I tell you what, man, he is furious. But this time, he's got ancient power, baby. He's coming for you, Pidgeotto. So I head on down to Lieutenant Surge, and I get the lucky ancient power boost, and actually managed to beat him on attempt number 1, which is pretty awesome. Unfortunately, the battle with Erika is not so easy. You see, she leads things off with this Victory Bell, which has the Sleep Powder, Poison Powder, Stun Spore triple evil combo, which is not very favorable for Benedict, especially the poison. You're taking damage every single turn, even with Wish. Yes, that helps. But unless you get a bunch of AP boosts, which is highly unlikely, then you're going to be stuck losing health every single turn. You're going to lose health from Double Edge. Yes, you can get a yawn in there, but it's not looking good. And this is looking like I'm going to have to level up maybe a lot. I don't know. I begin to realize that the only way to beat Erika is to hope that the Victory Bell goes for Stun Spore, because then at least I don't take damage every turn. And Togepi's already slow as clams, let me tell you. So, speed, yeah, not going to be a big concern. So, this is the only way I have. This is the only chance I have to get past Victory Bell, and I do, finally, and make it to the Tangela. It was going to be another bit of a problem, because she uses a full heal, cures that yawn, not good, but I make it past. Get me to the Vileplume, who goes for the Giga Drain, leaving me with 1 HP. But I went for yawn first turn, and the Vileplume takes a nice little nappy poo. And I heal up with a little wish action there. Get some Double Edge. Oh, man. Playing the RNG, folks, here. Going for some wishes, going for the yawns. And, man, that battle was a pain in the petunias, let me tell you. Oh, but the suffering is about to get far worse, folks. Because now I gotta fight Gary's Pidgeot again. And of course he's gonna use Sand Attack, and Sand Attack, and Sand Attack, and Feather Dance, and I already have to deal with the Intimidates off the Gyarados and the Growlithe, so yeah, I have to go through a lot of RNG sequences to finally get this clip here, because to get him to not use Sand Attack, I mean, he just never does it. He just literally never does it. So I finally make it past him, getting me to the Gyarados, so I go for the Secret Power strats, folks, because we have Serene Grace, so it's a 60% chance for paralysis. And, of course, I've got Wish, doing a little bit of healing. Going for the strats here. Growlithe hits me with that Intimidate, which is super not good. But I hit him with the paralysis on the Secret Power. And I'm able to heal up a little bit. Unfortunately, can't yawn when he's already paralyzed. And so I go for the Secret Power strat again, but unfortunately, I forget about the Synchronize on the Alakazam, and I get parried. And then I take a freaking Future Sight. Oh, man. Just when I thought I was going to win. So it's back to the wonderful Pidgeot. This time, Zeus blesses me with a wonderful Omni Boost. Oh, and we get that Pidgeot asleep. Things are looking good here going into the Gyarados. Gonna go ahead for the Secret Power, get the Para. Love to see it. Go for the AP again, and bam! Zeus hits you with another Omni Boost. Number 2. Oh, Growlithe, what you gonna do here, folks? Oh, another! That's 3 in a row. Holy moly. So this time, I outspeed Alakazam and get another! Oh my goodness, that's 4 in a row. And by this point, the Venusaur just doesn't stand a chance. I'm going to outspeed. I'm going to kill. Battle over. So I start off part 2 of the journey with battle against Giovanni, and I do get poisoned, unfortunately, by the Nidoqueen, but Kangaskhan doesn't pose much of a threat. Rhyhorn obviously is going to resist, but I've got Wish. I managed to weasel my way through this battle and actually went on attempt number 1. So I was actually kind of worried about this battle, but it ended up being pretty easy. So I get the AP boost against the Kadabra, and that kind of seals the rest of this battle. Togepi's got great sped up, so actually not taking a lot of damage here, and Psychics have pretty weak physical defense overall, so I'm able to get in some pretty good hits here, and Alakazam is just so physically weak. He just goes down with a single Secret Power. Up next is the battle with Koga, which I've been dreading all run, basically. As you know, he uses the Poison-type Pokemon, leads things off with the Coughing, who likes to use Smokescreen to lower your accuracy, Toxic to poison you, and ruin your chances of winning. And of course, if that's not enough, also has Self-Destruct. Ugh, this battle's gonna be a mess. Then I get the brilliant idea that if I come into the battle paralyzed, then I can't obviously get poisoned. So I make it past the Coughing without any smoke screens. Then the Muck starts freaking minimizing on me. So I hit him with that Yawn because it never misses. Put it to sleep. Try to get lucky with some secret powers. Hoping get past that Muck. Again, don't have to worry about that Toxic. Really, really nice. Got the lefties. Get a little bit of healing action. Second Coughing. Blows himself up unsurprisingly. Getting me to the Wheezing. Again, don't have to worry about that poison damage. So nice. Go for some wishes. Healing up a bit. Going for that Yawn. Putting the Wheezing to sleep. And I get the win. So I head down to Cinnabar Island for that 7th gym badge, where get burned, then I get burned again. Then I die to the Arcanine, then I die to the Arcanine again, and then finally, Zeus hits me up with that juicy AP boost. Get the boost that I need. Go through this gym battle. So go ahead and hit with some wishes, hit some yawns, put that Ponyta to sleep here. I went ahead and replaced Secret Power with Water Pulse for the 7th and 8th gym badge, just to make it a little bit easier. Get another AP boost there. Love to see it. Now we're going to go ahead and try to put this Rapidash to sleep, hoping we don't get burned from the Fire Blast. That's no good. And we don't. We put him to sleep, which is excellent. So here I'm going to go ahead and go for the Water Pulse. But he goes for that full heal, but he does get confused, which is really, really nice. He goes for that Hyper Potion again, and this time I got a high roll, a one-shot, heading into the Arcanine here. Fortunately, secondary to the double boost in this situation, I actually managed to outspeed the Arcanine, and he gets confused from the Water Pulse, and then hurts himself in confusion. The victory is mine. Blaine is defeated. So the battle with Giovanni is actually kind of a joke. Yeah. His entire team is very weak to Water Pulse, and I pretty much just steamroll through here on my first attempt. Not too challenging at all. So it's time for the final rival battle, where you have to deal with the annoyance of the Pidgeot's Feather Dances and Sand Attacks, but you make it past that. And the rest of the team is not that bad. Just kind of going for the secret power strats for the most part, except for Alakazam. Once again, remembering about that Synchronize. I can avoid the paralysis here, and not too bad. And now it's time for Benedict to take on the Elite Four. So heading into Lorelei, I go ahead and replace that last moveset with Shockwave. And the strategy here is pretty simple. As usual, use the Ancient Power and hope for the Omni Boost. Now, it is super effective against Ice types, which is really nice. And with pretty much all of our Pokemon except for Jinx being Water type, you can go ahead and use Shockwave, get some additional damage. I think it might take me 2 attempts here, but it's not too bad overall. I mean, with Shockwave being super effective and get lucky on an Omni Boost, really not that bad overall. Heading into Bruno, I go ahead and replace Yawn with Toxic to take out the Onyxes. And then I get to the Hitmonchan and I go for Hidden Power Flying type, and I completely forget the Hitmonchan has counter. Yeah, so gotta try that one again. So go ahead and Toxic the Onyx, and he actually switches out on me. So I go ahead and Toxic the Hitmonchan, I hit it with the AP, hoping for the boost, and I get it. So I take out the Hitmonlee in one shot. The champ almost all the way there. And then, of course, the Onyxes go down with a little bit of Toxic and some stall action. And next up is Agatha, of course, and she is usually pretty annoying, but I go ahead and replace Wish with Rest so I can heal from the Toxics, and I go ahead and put Psychic on there, which I saved the whole game. As much as it would have been useful for Koga, I needed it for Agatha, and boy was I glad, because it really came in handy here. And I actually managed to beat her in a few attempts, which of course gets me to Lance. And I'll lead things off here against the Gyarados, who just seems to want to use Dragon Rage, which is great. Not going for Hyper Beams or anything too powerful, and I get the Omni Boost, which is excellent. I'm going to go ahead and rest up here a little bit now that my stats are a little bit higher. I'm going to wake up and Toxic that Gyarados again here, hoping for some relief, and it does help me out and make it past. And get to the Aerodactyl. Go ahead and hit with that Ancient Power. No boost, but that's fine. He goes for Hyper Beam, and I live that. For Dragonite, unfortunately, didn't realize that they actually have Safeguard, so I can't Toxic Dragonites, unfortunately, and Togepi can't learn Ice Beam. So I'm stuck just going with the Psychic strat in this situation here, because my Meowths didn't pick up any more hidden powers, unfortunately, which would have been nice. So, you know, they did not. That's fine. So I managed to make it through the Thunder Waves, no problem. Healing up with some rest. Go through those Ancient Powers, hoping for the Omni Boost. Lock that Dragonair into Outrage, and Lance is done. And finally, it is the last battle in the game, and I get the Omni Boost right off the bat against the Pidgeot, who goes for Aerial Ace and not Sand Attack, which is really nice. Take him out with that second AP, getting me to the Alakazam. Who has, again, that bad physical defense, but no problem. We got the Secret Power and put up the Reflect. That's fine. I still do a lot of damage, surprisingly. He hits me with the Psychic, but I've got good Sped F, so I make it on through, getting me to the Rhydon, who, for some reason, really wants to use a lot of Scary Faces on me, and that's fine, because Togepi is already slow. I take him out with some Psychics, getting me to the Gyarados, where we're going to be in a little bit of a lockdown battle here. So Gyarados, fortunately, is going to use a lot of Dragon Rages in this situation, and here I gotta rest, and bam! I live it with 16 HP against that Hydro Pump, and then he misses on the next attempt, which is great, buying me an extra turn of sleep. And then he goes for some more Dragon Rages, which is just excellent. Hit him with that Secret Power, and I get the Para, of course, the 60% chance with Serene Grace. And I go for AP, and whoa, man. Oh, I don't take him out, unfortunately, but that's okay. Kind of in a bit of a bind here. He goes for full restore, so I go for the rest again. He goes for some more Dragon Rages, and that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and sleep through some of this, just kind of trying to buy my way through this battle here. Going for some more Secret Powers here. He goes for another full restore. Unfortunately, I go for one of my last APs, and well, you know, there you go. You get that Omni Boost, and that is just so awesome and so helpful. So I go ahead and rest up, and now I'm in a pretty good position, and he's going to be locked into Thrash here. So I go ahead and take him out, getting me to the Arcanine. And I got one more Ancient Power left. Don't get burned on this Flamethrower. Please, no crit. Oh, and he doesn't. And I hit him with the AP, and I get the crit, getting 90% of the damage. Incredible. So I go ahead and do another Psychic. Of course, he uses another full restore. And I do about 60% damage. Another Flamethrower, no crit. And the Arcanine's done. Now we're into the last Pokemon in the game, the Venusaur. So I'm going to go ahead and go for Secret Power here because I don't think a Psychic will kill. And I just want to be sure that he doesn't use another full restore because I don't know how many he has. So I get the Para, hit him with the Psychic. The Venusaur is done. And that is it. Togepi has won, successfully beating Elite Four at level 78. Pretty impressive, Benedict. Good job. Thank you for tuning in for today's video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get notified for all my future videos. Come check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Pokemon_Nuzlocke for more Pokemon content, including live Pokemon music.